3, 2, we are live.
Boop 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 boop. You know, every beginning of the show, I always like to do a little sound chimmy chime. Welcome to the Kicking the Peanut Show, my friends. I am the lovely Who is Alice, joined by many people who will introduce themselves in a moment. But this is a show about chewing the fat, kicking the peanut around, talking about this, that, other things, whatever is coming on your mind, anything that is awesome in your life. Please, this is what the show is about. I am Alice, and who am I joined by today on this lovely day, on this lovely Sunday?
I am Alexander.
I'm MTM.
I'm a Hell Gamer.
Oh, who else? Who else is there?
I am Scotty Bugatti.
Welcome, everybody. So how we usually start off our show is we usually go on a week of things of like how our week has been. I actually got here. I don't like to show myself on camera, but Cyrus here, who is here in chat, was lovely enough to send me one of her shirts. So I would like to show that real briefly. I'm just going to show my chest because, yeah.
And to be specific, this isn't one of her actual, one of her own shirts. This is a shirt from her company, Abstract SFX. Shout out to their products. So, yeah, no, this is actually one of the... Can you zoom out a little bit, Alice, so we can see a full image? Zoom out, not in. Out.
Oh, no,
other way.
Well, I'm using my hand.
Looks good, Alice.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Is that better?
Yes,
kind of.
That looks nice.
Actually, let me zoom in. Here we go.
Ooh.
Bow chicka wow wow.
That fits you good. Fits you pretty good.
Look at that lady covered in all that cat hair.
Well, I can't help it. You remember, cats, when the cats come, Yikes. And I love them. There's one right now hiding underneath the pumpkin plant right there. So, anyways, I was supposed to experience it was a very stressful week for me. I was supposed to have our regional director and my district manager come to my store, only for them not to come. So, I mean, I got a whole bunch of stuff done, but I also stressed like crap all week long. But overall, it was a good week, except for the news I got like 15, 20 minutes ago. Yeah. However, I'm not going to get into that. But rest in peace, my friend. Rest in peace. Anyway, who's next on the board of weeks and how they've been?
I guess I'll go. This past week has been annoying. Is that a cigarette? I still can't. Oh, it's a straw. No, this past week has been annoying with all the internet outages and all that stuff, but we have thankfully fixed that issue. We got a new router and modem because our old units were like 5 and 10 years old. So it was time for an upgrade and all that stuff. And now things are going well. We did a trial run of our history show today. Things went well. Did Survival Sundays. Things went well. Things are still going well here. Knock on wood. But I had an excellent meeting with staff and whatnot last night. And we're moving ahead. Looking into monetization, looking into merch design and sales, and we're constantly taking the next step before we even need to. So
heck yeah. So it's stressful but productive at the same time.
Yes. And yesterday the Loon and I saw The Sound of Freedom, which I know, Alice, you and I are going to be talking about that here in a little bit because you saw that yesterday too.
I went and saw it as well. Oh my god.
Yeah. Other than that, that's more or less what I have to say to my recollection. And while somebody else is talking, I'm going to see if the Loon would like to join us. So I'll be right back.
Yeah, so who's next on the dossier who wants to tell how the week has been?
I can go.
Hell yeah, buddy.
I unfortunately did not get to see Sound of Freedom this week. Had a big community barbecue last week. And I ate so much food that I just got total overload and got sick and had to recover for a couple days of this week.
You have the evidence.
Yeah, a little, quite a bit. Yeah, maybe something else too. But I'm really not supposed to eat barbecue sauce that's too vinegary. I think that's what did me in. It was like the wings that were just too laced with this like Louisiana hot sauce that has vinegar in it. Oh, too much for me. But I found out some kind of bad news later on in the week too, was that one of my favorite breweries of all time that's had like a classic original style of brewing with like copper pots and extra hops and stuff too. Just couldn't
and everything like that.
Yeah. It's called Anchor Steam Brewery. They were like a brewery in San Francisco, and they're going out of business. They couldn't pay their employees anymore. So like I decided to go out and like go on a quest to get like one last Anchor Steam Tall Boy.
Yeah,
See if I find it at the store.
Keep the can. Why don't you just get yourself a 12 pack or something, like if it's in bottle, so you can just like preserve the bottle too.
I was thinking about that, yeah, but I couldn't find any of the bottles. Actually, I could only find Tall Boys. Like they gave everybody in the factory a 60-day notice.
Yeah, why don't you copy the recipe or something? Like start making it yourself, not as a commercial product, but for your own self to enjoy.
Yeah, maybe so.
Because Alice brews her own beer, and she might, like. You guys can work hand in hand in that maybe if she wants to get back into that. Well, she used to brew her own beer.
I do want to get back into that actually. Like I'm going to talk to my dad about it because like my dad and I usually that's our father-daughter bonding, but instead I'm actually going back. Oh, I forgot to say I'm going back to Minnesota here in August to visit my family, and I'm going camping with my dad to go fishing, but. Hopefully, like, in part of that, like, one of those days, him and I could possibly squeeze in some brewing.
Okay.
So,
sounds nice. I had a friend who used to brew beer, and actually, funny that you mentioned that because I met up with this friend to go to San Francisco. We went out, and it was actually Coit Tower's 90th birthday, so we went out and got pizza in the North Beach area, and then went to this cool this laser show called The Candle, done by this nonprofit called Illuminate. I have a video here that I sent to Xander, if you could play that.
Have you sent it to me? Oh, yes, okay, that's what that was.
Dude, I think you sent it to me, like a video to me of something like that. It looked really cool, but yeah, you should definitely show it real quickly, Xander, if you can.
Unable to connect. What? Don't tell me my internet is. No, okay. The link that you send me, illuminate.org/about. It's not a valid URL.
That's their website. Sorry.
Oh, is that what this other link is? Oh, okay, here we go. All right. Let me full screen this. If anybody wants to see, check my stream here. So I'm going to play this.
YouTube video.
Play this. Actually,
some of my picks. So this went on from 9:20 till like the sun came up for like the 14th through the 16th there.
Yep. I'm gonna pause the video there so that way I will create possibly, hopefully, for our viewers to go and see this. So I will add this to the underbar of the description post live stream. So
okay, great.
It's a good video. I actually helped him edit it a little bit. And the end product is really nice, so I really advise people to see it. Let me give it a like here. So, all right.
Yeah, so that was fun, and then this week just ended up working and doing stuff for the community. Went out with some friends for Vietnamese food because a friend of mine's going away to college, and yeah, that was basically my week. That was like last night. Went out.
That's pretty wicked, dude. That's also a cool video that you have there.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Anyway, yeah, you're welcome. But who's next on the dossier for how their week has been?
Scott or Cyros, one of you two.
And it's going dirty. You want to go, Scott? That's fine.
All right, Scott's turn. Go for it.
My week's been good. I've just been spending time with family mostly, doing chores, working on other independent projects of our own. Nothing crazy in general, like in person nothing like I'm upset about or really happy about. It's just been normal week. So, just doing my thing, really.
Well, what about your work on ASFX Creature something collab or whatever?
Yeah. What about that?
I can't remember everything, Cyrus.
The Paranormal Rescue Project.
That
It's
one,
been going
yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been going good. She bought all the products to make the stuff with today, so we sat down and she's put together a very cute Lumi that is Lumi. So Lumi's looking very good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy with it. So she's done it everything by scratch, buying product for product and like gluing it all together, just getting a foam ball, gluing the felt to it. She's showing it in camera now.
The process.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Starts off as that and then ends up as the character from our, we come up with the characters, we design them, and then we write a story, and then she tries to do that from scratch from materials she purchases to bring them to life. So
she is a very creative lady. That is a fact.
Yeah, I couldn't do it without her.
I'm happy you two met. Like, that's really awesome. So.
Oh, me too.
I'm happy you guys got this cool union. Sorry for a car driving by. I apologize for that. But no, it's a good union, and plus, we are all friends here, and I like to think that we have fun when we are interacting with one another anyway.
I mean, this just goes to show, this is further proof that I say everything is connected, everything is important, because if it wasn't for Scott, I wouldn't have found Ramiser. And if it wasn't for me, we probably, Scott probably wouldn't have found Cyros, because we found her, or Scott found her in Gray's server, and we found Gray through the Killer Clowns from Outer Space thing, which I brought Scott into there. So,
correct.
Dang.
Yeah.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah.
Correct.
It's a small world.
Yeah.
And look where we are now. I can't. I'm really happy about this union and friendship that we all have together.
Yep.
I really am.
I am
I have love for everybody here, and I would never maliciously try to hurt anybody here because you guys are, in my eyes, you're my friends. And
the Omni Coalition is the greatest thing I've ever done in my life because it's something I didn't do alone.
It brings people together with the unity of people.
It's so. She's like, I would never maliciously do anything. Should we play back that clip from Survival Sunday? I'll be the sole survivor.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, no, I was just saying that just be like, well, no, I don't want you to die. I'd rather die before you.
Well, once again, Ramiser the Meat Shield, there's a lot of them for them to pick at, so it gives us some time.
Yeah, it does. I mean, but in all honesty, Cyrus, we're all kind of screwed when it comes to going against Hellraiser.
More or less, yeah.
They're going to psychologically fuck with us.
Yeah. Anyway, Cyrus, how's your week been?
Yeah, how's your week been, huh?
It's been going all right. We've been having nonstop construction at my day job, which for privacy reasons, I'm not going to say what I do. And then today I woke up really early to get to the craft store because I hate people. Right?
Because I hate people.
Right. Okay, let me just be frank here. I don't hate people. I hate people in my space.
Why are you being frank? Why can't you be Cyrus? Be yourself.
Who knows? Maybe Frank stole my skin. We don't know yet.
Good luck.
What did you just say?
I said maybe Frank stole my skin. We don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we don't know. She's making a Hellraiser reference, guys.
Oh. Right, so I bought all the supplies. We put together, me and Scott already put together Lumi. Lumi, everybody. Lumi's really cute.
Lumi's
and
adorable.
right now we're on Ginger first of all, the craft store didn't have mini purple pumpkins. What the fuck?
Oh.
So I ended up
I don't
having
even
to
know
go
what
to
that
the store
is. Oh, pumpkin, okay.
This is gonna be our haunted jack-o'-lantern guy.
Ooh.
I'm currently having to paint with at least 5 coats of the color orange because it's not staying.
5 coats of the color paint orange. I mean.
You know what?
5 coats of the color.
You know what? Sometimes words are hard for me. Shush.
Words and thoughts are hard for me sometimes too, so don't feel bad about it.
You know what? My favorite color is purple, so that's just automatically the color I usually use.
Dude, okay there. All right there, Magnetic.
Wow.
Remember, I love purple.
I love purple.
And I love purple. That's my boyfriend for anybody.
Yeah, Mr.
He's
Purple.
obsessed with he's obsessed with the color purple. He's actually out with his cousin and family right now, and they're going to be doing some night fishing for catfish.
By the way, I just want to say, before I forget, sorry to interrupt you, Alice, I was requested by MTM to not have that link in the underbar, so maybe it's still a work in progress, so stay tuned, audience, so we might have that video again later on. We'll see. Anyways, go ahead, continue, Alice, I'm sorry.
No, I was just talking about, like, he's going out fishing with his cousin and cousins, and his mom, I think.
His cousin and his cousin.
His cousin's cousins.
They're all cousins. I mean,
So
some are
many
married.
cousins.
Some of them are married.
Meanwhile, one of my mom's cousins got kicked out of the hospital because he started a fight with a nurse, and he lost his leg, and he decided that would be the ample time to pick a fight with the nurse, and he got kicked out of a hospital.
So I guess you're saying he didn't put his best foot forward.
No, absolutely not. He had to ride the bus to get to another hospital.
Nobody even laughed at that. Come on, what the hell?
Oh my lord.
Scott didn't even give me a drum or something. Like, wow, okay.
He put his best stump forward.
Well, now I'm just stumped. Oh, God. That was loud.
My church just recently got a new pastor.
Yeah, explain that, because you couldn't go to that party.
Oh yeah, I was actually supposed to be there, but unfortunately I wanted to talk about horror movies more than I wanted to go to church and say hi to the new pastor. So, it happens. They could have done it last week.
Yeah, well, they could have done it the week after that or the week before.
Yeah, it's alright, no one remembers my name anyway. They're just like, you're Blank and Blank's kid.
You are the guy who came with Scott that day.
I know that one person that went to that one place at one time.
You know, this reminds me of that one scene from Spaceballs. Like, I am your brother's nephew's cousin's roommate's former employer or whatever.
I am your brother's cousin's
How many
nephew's
assholes are on this ship?
Yo!
And you know it, I'm surrounded by assholes.
Yo!
I'm surrounded by...
Oh god! What the fuck, dude? Really?
Sorry. I apologize. Sorry.
No. It was perfect, but fun. Oh my god. You got me there.
I'm surrounded by...
Yeah, you were gonna say I'm surrounded by the Omnicoins.
Oh yes, that's right.
Well, how many Alice's are in here? Yo! That's what we have to do.
That many Alice's. Oh my god.
Only 4 or 5, at least. Oh, thank God.
I don't know. Xander seems to think every female's name is Alice. So.
Well, you all act the same.
Well, anyways, don't we have one more person for how their week has been?
Well, Hellgamer is deafened, so he can't even hear us.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well,
wow, dude, I can feel that. Dude, my floor shook with that. Good lord.
Yeah, I know. Somebody just drove by in a Camaro.
I felt it.
I know. I felt it too. I'm the one sitting on the ground
If
here.
your children
not you.
after a car they'll never be able to afford.
What? You can afford a Camaro.
I've actually driven a Camaro that had a suicide handle.
Anyway, let's get into these topics at hand, people.
Yeah.
Like, what do we have to talk about in the Kick Peanut? We have a lot of ufology from Noah that he's not here yet again.
We should literally talk about the origin of peanut.
The origin of the peanut? Well, actually, that would actually go into Xander's wheelhouse, but I revived it.
Actually, I have an article here from Rusty Burgershank talking about Uranus leaking gas. And I'm talking about the planet, not your actual butt. Like, again, mine is always leaking gas, so...
Well, I still think that Pluto should be a planet. I don't know about you, but that's
I understand your bias, but the whole thing about Pluto being a dwarf planet is because there are objects in the asteroid belt bigger than Pluto. So, like, are we going to call everything that matches Pluto, like, a planet? Because if we're going to go down to Pluto's size, then our solar system would have something like 500 planets or something. It's like...
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they're finding a new moon, like, for like a lot of those gas giants.
Hellgamer's back. How was your past week, Hellgamer? How have you been? Anything cool? Anything you want to talk about? Anything interesting in the news? The floor is yours. Go.
Aw, floor is mine. That's about all I can afford.
Oh God!
No, I can't even afford to pay attention. So
my last week of all things was interesting. Life happens as life always does, and I'm just trying to make the most of it and trying to get back on my feet. I got to get back into streaming. I got to get back into paying bills and all that shit. I had a shitty week, to be fair. It just kind of sucked.
Well, at least you got through it, and now you're at this side. So.
Oh man, I'll always get through it. I'm just getting tired of going through it.
You persevere.
I hate it.
It's like life is a butt and you're a turd and you're constantly being pooped out.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
That sounds like life to me.
Life is soup, I am fork.
Yeah.
Hey, I've actually eaten soup with a fork one time.
I drank it.
Must be some thick soup. Yeah.
I was trying to make the Quasniak's tail, but I think I accidentally bought weave.
Oops.
Oh God.
Oh my God! Yeah, we have that going on. So,
It's that loud.
So yeah, Uranus is like expelling gas. Like, what would you go into it?
Oh, never mind. I came in the wrong end of this conversation.
Oh no.
Well, do you have anything to talk about Uranus?
I think you need to see a proctologist for that.
Was that pun intended, Hell?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
So much Uranus.
Both of us, right?
Uranus gas.
We're talking about the planet itself.
So it says
the
here.
planet is leaking gas. NASA needs to send a proctologist to fix Pluto or Uranus there.
We don't need astronomers. We need proctologists out there.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Alice.
Wow.
You're welcome. Great minds think alike.
You're really gonna stick your finger into that, aren't you?
Oh God, Xander! Really? Now you just went into Uranus's penetration.
Well, no,
You're gonna put on rubber gloves first.
No, guys. I'm just being cheeky.
Oh my God!
All right.
Well, it's a good thing that it decided to start with the Quasniak's back end then.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't think this is a tail.
Well, whoa, Cyrus, why would you put my brain to that way? Why would you give me that ammo?
Yeah, now the stream is going to get demonetized because you just did that.
It's already going to get demonetized.
God.
But yeah,
we're talking about Uranus.
Wow.
Yikes.
God.
What else do we have here?
Well, actually, there's supposed to be a blue moon. You remember the saying, once in a blue moon?
Oh yeah, I got your link here. The 2 supermoons are coming to our skies in August, including a rare blue moon. This just reminds me of the dead internet theory, talking about like there's always like some moon or something. One of the examples that they talked about.
Well, also speaking of August, it actually started a couple days ago, but the Perseids meteor showers are coming out. And they just started, and their peak should be between the 11th and the 13th.
I usually peak the 11th and 13th myself too.
Of August.
I'm alone.
This is not going well.
You're trying to do too much at once.
This is going the way the peanut goes.
Yikes.
I guess that's the way the cookie crumbles. I don't know what this is.
The Kid Peanut truly is just like an improvisedly structured form of our normal conversations, I guess.
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah.
But mostly, what the Kicking the Peanut is about is just talking about whatever comes to your mind, too. We don't have to have,
You just talk about whatever comes to my mind.
Oh, my goodness.
to do it. You could be like, my butt's been wiped. And I'd be like, oh, well, that's good. You got a clean butt now.
Is that's a quote from something else that I've heard from?
That's from Joe Biden. My butt's been wiped.
My butt's been wiped.
Yeah.
There's some weird ass politics down there.
Well, there's some weird answers that they have. Did you see what Marjorie Taylor Greene posted? In Congress for they're talking about censorship. So she decided to show nude video, pictures of Hunter Biden on his laptop.
Yeah, she showed Hunter pictures of Hunter Biden's dick in fucking
Congress. Yeah. And then they're like, oh, well, this is inappropriate to see. I'm like, well, why is this in schools?
Yeah.
Is there a response?
I have a rebuttal. I heard what you said about our politics there, Mr. Hellgamer. Well, at least our president isn't Fidel Castro Jr., so...
He's not Fidel Castro Jr., he's Chuck Trudeau Jr., which is...
No, he's not.
Dude, well, why the hell can't he put out a forest fire? Because our fucking air quality here on the East Coast is just shitty because of it. It's either they're not putting it out or they won't put it out. And then they're just going to push it for climate change.
Oh, no, of course, that's what it is. I mean, we spoke about this a while ago.
Damn Canadians. I'm just kidding. I like Canadians.
You silly moose people. But yeah, no, we love Canada up there, But,
great fishing and good hunting.
Yeah. But no, Alice, you're talking about, things that are being pushed for, this climate change agenda and all that malarkey. We spoke about this a couple weeks ago with when the loon was here. Actually, I think it's been several months now. But California passed a bill, and I don't remember the exact semantics, but it's you have to...
They're old.
What, Scott?
Sorry.
Anyway, no, California passed a bill, something involving goats. It'll prohibit people from being able to pay the goat herders or something. There's some kind of special goat herding bill or whatever, and it's going to prevent people from paying the goat herders. So that means the goats are not going to be going out and eating all the underbrush and everything, and that's going to create more fuel for a fire. And then they're going to turn around and say, "Oh, look at all the fires because of climate change." No, the fire's happening because your stupid policies are not letting us get rid of the fuel.
Goats cause climate change?
No, lack of goats cause climate. I don't know.
Yeah, lack of goats.
Stupid Californian idiocy. That's what's happening.
It's a service in California that farmers were offering. It's popular in the Bay Area too. People will leave the goat herd out to pasture and just let them go to town on the hill. But they don't supervise the goats or anything. They just go all over the place. So they were getting into trouble and eating things that they shouldn't have been eating.
Well, that's a different thing at MTM.
Well, they're goats. Well,
yeah.
If you want to talk about that bill, let's talk about how they want to charge a whole bunch of money people in New York for wood fire and coal fire ovens for pizza.
Oh yeah, they're going after our stoves. They've been doing that for a while.
Yeah, probably cut down on smog in New York.
No, I don't think the coal is the issue for smog.
Oh, it isn't? No way.
Dude. That's not Scott's voice.
Eric Adams said it was.
That's Scott's brother.
No, it's not. It's not. It's my father.
Oh, that's his... Okay, I knew it wasn't you. Hello, Scott's dad.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, he's here, yeah.
Jesus Christ. This is just like I said, it's the Kicking the Peanut with everybody who talks about anything and everything.
We got 3 generations of gigawatts. Great Scott!
Oh, God.
3 generations.
Yes. Actually, no, I guess it's 2, since he's your brother.
It's pretty much 3.
Well, I guess it is 3 generations, yeah. So.
Well, there you go. But Has anybody seen any like crazy local news going on in their like general vicinity and areas, or like
country's on fire or drowning?
or have you heard of something cool like being built for like the community that helps out the community or anything like that? Like what's going on with the local community? Anything positive going on instead of negative? For once, maybe activity and shit. Where we go into the sad part that's called the Sound of Freedom.
Oh, yeah, we still got to talk about that. Well, Threads is collapsing. We all know about Threads going on, like, trying to force people to get onto it. Now it's down to, like, 6 minutes of usage a day. So, there's that.
What?
Threads. Facebook's attempt to dethrone Twitter.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously you're not aware of this, Hellgamer, so let me give you the skinny here. So there's this back and forth going on between Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg, and like Twitter has been doing this thing, political discourse, like all this stuff has been going on and whatnot, and now to try to deplatform Twitter, Mark Zuckerberg, through Meta, aka Facebook, made Threads, which is pretty much a carbon copy of Twitter, but it's owned by Facebook. Now they did a little sneaky. They had it directly linked into one of the IPs they already own, which is not Pinterest, not PhotoBucket. What's that other one? Hold on a second. Instagram. Thank you. Why did I think it started with a P?
Instagram's owned by Facebook.
Yeah, it is. So basically, everybody who had an Instagram automatically was rolled into having a Threads account, and then they used that to try to have a number like, oh, look at all the people who made an account on day one. No, you forced them to make an account. You're just trying to fudge the numbers, and manipulate things to make yourself look good. And of course, there's absolutely nobody using that, dumpster fire of an app, and now it's dying, and Musk is just laughing. It's hilarious.
Do you remember when Google tried to go against Facebook?
Yeah, with Google Plus. That was hilarious.
Yeah. I still have a MySpace. I don't care.
Yeah.
Dude, I miss my MySpace, dude. I loved MySpace.
MySpace was on it.
I made a new MySpace account, and I don't know how to use it. Because I was gonna.
I haven't been in my MySpace for like 10 years, but if it's still active, I'm gonna find it and go into it. I just gotta remember my email address.
Mine was dying.
Another interesting thing that's happening, and if anybody remembers, I spoke about this a couple times months ago, but now it's becoming more of a thing. Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney, is actually now talking about selling chunks of Disney property to Apple.
That's just great. So you're sending from one major conglomerate to another.
It's like a bunch of fucking kids, Facebookers going, got it, need it. I'll trade you fucking Disney Plus for fucking Amazon. Give me that.
Well, they're all in bed together, so
So you're just trading. Yeah, you're just trading from one major conglomerate to another. Like 90% of your media is owned by 6 major corporations. Disney is one of them already.
Well, Disney is dying at a dramatic rate because something I saw just a couple days ago. In the past 2 years alone, Disney has lost over $1 billion with Disney Plus by itself. It is a money sink. $1 billion, over $1 billion, $1.2 billion in 2 years.
That's how I get my Marvel movies.
And that's not their overall loss. That's with that thing by itself. Not to mention the drastic reduction of people going to the Disney parks, people not subscribing to these various things. They're hurting because of all their woke malarkey, and they're finally dying.
It looks like after the last 8 major Disney movies they've lost billions of dollars. People are finally getting sick of this malarkey crap.
Actually, let me pull this up here in case you haven't seen it, Hellgamer. Have you seen the Disney Death Star?
Probably.
And this is really old, so I'm going to try to find this image here. So open image and new tab.
Disney Death Star?
Yeah, hold on a second.
It looks like Mickey Mouse.
You know what the
Well,
Death Star
it's like it's the Death Star, but it's Mickey's head.
Destroyed.
So like if you look at my stream, this is every company, and this is like, as I said, this is like 10 to 15 years old. So it's not even this little, but this is every company Disney owns. So like I zoom in, you have Marvel, Fox Entertainment Group, Walt Disney Studios. They have their own construction company, of course, Disneyland, Disney World, all that stuff. But Hulu, did you know that Disney owns Hulu? Did you know Disney owns Photo Buckets, GoPros?
Yeah, also own some of the news conglomerates too. Don't forget that.
ESPN over here, yeah.
The mouse owns the world.
Yeah,
Yes,
ABC. Here's
yes.
ABC. Vice, History Channel,
The History Channel.
yeah.
They suck too.
That's under the Disney ABC television group thing. So
History Channel's about reruns about now, but
yeah. Well, I'm gonna post this in the mic list if you guys want to check this out yourself.
Ancient aliens and stuff like that.
So, but yeah, no. Anyway, I'm gonna provide an excellent transition here, Miss Alice. We're gonna be talking about the Sound of Freedom here in a second, and we're gonna try not to spoil anything. And I strongly advise anybody who hasn't seen it, please go see it. It's something that needs to be seen. It's rough, but it needs to be seen.
I haven't not seen it yet, but I've seen so many good things. I don't know if I'm
Yeah.
willing to go to the theater because of all the nonsense.
I
that's been going
know,
on with
but you
theaters.
gotta risk it. You gotta risk it.
I'd be willing to
Absolute
go
malarkey.
I know.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah. No, but
I had no issues. There was one, some chick fucking toddler into the movie, but thank God it was at the beginning, the kid acted up, but then there were certain spots where the kid wasn't crying or anything, but blah, blah, I was like, why did you bring that kid in here? But
yeah. No,
aside from that, we didn't have many interruptions, and the movie, this is the only movie that I felt like I was willing to put to see, because they're going to get proceeds for this, because what the proceeds are going to, I actually believe are going to help and fund saving more children.
Yeah. Now, with that said, at the end of the movie, after the credits, because they actually have to, special message in 2 minutes, they have a little countdown thing. Now, they talk about, a paid-forward program. So if anybody, has a little bit of extra pocket change, you can go to that link, and I'll actually, let me find the link. I have it in the announcements
There's a
here.
QR code. I didn't take a picture of it because I was too far away from the screen in the small theater. So
I'll have a link to it in the underbar of the description here. If anybody has the extra income, it's an ability for you to pay it forward, pay for somebody else's ticket to go see the movie, and this is something that very much needs to be seen. Like they said at the end, the child trafficking is currently the third largest grossing industry in the world.
Enterprise.
Enterprise. Number one is drugs. Number two is weapons, and number three is child trafficking, and that has grown in the past 5 years alone 5,000%. And it is.
And people get pissed off when I call them the wrong gender.
Not to mention they made this movie years ago.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to that actually.
Netflix, Hulu, Disney, all of them refuse to stream it.
Alice, I have a thing. The Loon actually told me about this today, because I remember at the end he said that that this movie was finished 5 years ago, and they've been they've been fighting every roadblock you can possibly imagine. You want to know why? If the Loon told me about this earlier today. That looks cool, Cyros. Although that looks like a popsicle.
Yeah, it looks good. Yeah.
Looks. Snow cone.
It's a microphone.
There's that's the snowman. You guys have in the States. You guys have this fast food joint that's got the white round head dude.
Like Dairy Queen or something.
What is that?
What are you
I don't
talking
know,
about? Jack in the Box?
Yeah. Jack in the Box.
Okay.
I don't know,
Anyway.
it could be Vanillite, the Pokemon, for all I know. I don't know.
Anyway, no, to say what I'm saying. Okay, so when they were first making this movie, when they were first, writing up the script, casting, and all that stuff, and then when they were actually, editing it and all that stuff, it was a product of Fox. Now, that the section of Fox that this belonged to later got bought by Disney. Remember, the Disney bought some pieces of Fox. So then, the Sound of Freedom was a Disney product. Now we know why it was under suppression so much. And then eventually, most likely out of annoyance, they sold the rights to this movie back to the original people. Now, Disney is saying that they never had any affiliation with this whatsoever, despite owning the section of Fox that had this actively while they were still making it. Like, this is lunacy.
Not only that, but like Disney's supposed to be about children and their happiness.
Oh, it's definitely about children, but not about their happiness. That's for sure.
Yeah. Oh no. It is about it, but should be on board with the idea that child trafficking of any kind.
Yeah.
Or human trafficking of any kind, regardless.
Actually, there was another thing, Alice. Remember at the end it said something about.
Right now, the slavery ring is larger than it ever was before Americans and the British abolished it.
Well, no, not even that. Like the amount of people, like it's not just that slavery. The amount of people in slavery today, like you be a child, adult, one way or another. The amount of people enslaved today is larger than it was when it was legal. Like,
yes, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I just said.
You said specifically North America and Britain. No, there's been a lot more.
Britain and stuff.
No, it's talking global-wide legality.
Well, I know global-wide, but everyone likes to think that America was the largest slave trader.
Oh, absolutely not. That was Africa. It was Africans selling other Africans to the white people.
Oh, yeah.
We weren't going in there with nets and grabbing people. No, I mean, maybe in some occasions, yeah, but for the most part, 95%, and that is a lowball percentage. Like,
that was my point, but everyone likes to think that America is the worst when it comes to slavery.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Well, yeah, and that's my point. That's not the truth. And so, what this movie tells you, when you see it, it opens your eyes to the fact of things that people have put a freaking curtain around your eyes to think one thing when it's something completely different.
Well,
you have to be
it's still here underneath our eyes.
Be open-minded.
See, the amount of the horrible atrocities that have been going on and being allowed to go on because it's impolite to talk about that, or that's taboo. It's just society has been gaslit for generations to not talk about certain things. The term conspiracy theory, this is a documented fact that. Go ahead, Scott.
I was just gonna say, what we know as atrocities now was a normal for back in the 1800s, late 1800s.
Yeah.
It's we're coming to figure out now what everybody has gone through, what we fought for to be, a country and all that stuff. It's just, it's crazy. So
on the counterpoint of that, Scott, what we view as normal everyday life today would be viewed as atrocities 100 years ago. Everybody glued to their damn screen.
Yeah. I mean, how could they contemplate the whole technology age and what we're doing now? People just went outside and worked, and they traveled and did their thing, and most of the people had what we have as technology today. People just worked to have an everyday life.
I just with that said, I would like to go back in time 100 years and just and because I personally don't think this is a nice thing, but I can go back 100 years, be hey, we live in a time where we can literally live our entire life in a pod, have everything handed to us, be in a virtual reality, work out of our room, have things delivered to us, and not get out of our chair. That isn't that wonderful? And somebody from 1880 would be like, that is hell. Yeah. So. I mean, societal standards and acceptances and whatnot. It's wild.
Well, maybe from people back in the 1880s and all that, they'd be like, well, I'd be happy to have a break, but I don't know about that in general everyday life. How would you adjust to all that? It's a big adjustment. That would be a huge constant adjustment. Now it's just go to school. finish school, get a job, do your thing, move out from your house,
Yeah.
be productive. Like, I mean, there are like mirrors from now until then. Obviously, it's way different, but it's like we're still human beings compared to when they were human beings, right?
Yeah.
We almost had a woman as president. Blasphemy!
President blasphemy.
President blasphemy.
You need to apostrophize that sentence, girl. Remember to find that sentence.
President
I
blasphemy.
said we almost had a female as president, and then the other person was going, blasphemy.
I feel like no matter what era and generation gap you have, right?
So, I mean, I wouldn't want her as president.
No matter what era and generation gap we come from, we're still human beings. We've still been born into what situation we're born in, and we're still making the best of it. So it's still the human being aspect, no matter how long, there's still a correlation between the two, right?
Yeah. And at the end of the day, we're not perfect. Like, how far away are we from monkeys with pants on, at the end of the day?
Well, that's what I say. Like,
we are monkeys with pants on in a way.
Well, that's what I always say about humanity. Like, we are literally not evolved beyond just savage apes with sticks. We are still just a bunch of hootin' hollering, idiot creatures running around killing each other. Except now our sticks have like glowy lights. Woo.
Yeah.
Well, we still have more experience to gain on. Like, we can gain more knowledge.
Yeah.
So that's what I would say. Like, I don't know. We have a lot of examples to either learn from or come from, and a lot of values, a lot of human values, and just, that's why I like to be open-minded.
Mm-hmm.
It's like not have an ideology against someone else. Just try to understand people.
Empathy. At the end of the day, we are all humans. We are all on this planet together. Well, not just humans. If you're a lizard person, if you're a robot, if you're whatever the hell, you're on this planet together. Let's stop trying to kill each other and let's start working together. Otherwise, we're not going to go anywhere. Like,
because the end of life is inevitable, so we got to make it the best that we can. We can't just wallow in our own sorrows every day. We got to
living life as victims. Like, victimizing for shit that happened hundreds of years ago.
The end of life is...
Not even just that, but, like, things that happen in your past, in your own life. Like, you can't let that define you.
Well,
you gotta grow and become better from it.
Is somebody missiling you, Alice? What is that noise?
That's an airplane. Airplane.
Dude, like, I was listening to it, too. I'm like, whoa. My phone is really perceptive today.
Oh, I see. Their ears. Okay, now I get it. All right.
It's not Mickey Mouse.
That had nothing to do with me.
Those aren't Mickey Mouse ears, though.
No, they're Kwasniak ears.
Yes. Xander, you should explain the Kwasniak now that we have it in.
We'll do it off camera.
All right.
But no, like, Scott, to build upon what you're saying, like, the end of life is inevitable, but the way we're acting as a global species, it is imminent. Because if we can't work together, then the next meteor could screw us up like it did the dinosaurs. We think we're so much better. They were around for millions and millions and millions of years. We're just like a poof, in the timeline.
Is that why there's so many people stuck in climate change, or a meteor, an earthquake, or a solar flare?
Because like they wanna make the world aware and build us, which is good, but the path to hell is paved with good intentions. Like example, like people, I'm offsetting my carbon footprint with buying a Tesla. No, you're not. Like, you're actually increasing it, because, like, the amount of minerals, like the damage, like the pit mining and all that stuff, you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs. But now, like...
Have you seen what Xander, have you seen what the Tesla charging ports are, like, hooked up to?
Oh, yeah, gas generators.
Fossil fuels.
Yeah.
Coal.
See, like what's the word? Like, you're outsourcing it. You're not getting rid of it. You're outsourcing it. Like.
Yeah.
And you're doing on a higher spectrum, and not to mention making lithium battery Africa. You're endorsing slave trade too.
Well, isn't it crazy? It's just like living your life, becoming an adult, getting older is like based on what you're exposed to and what you can differentiate from, either being on the train of what the crowd believes in or being your own person. And I think that's, it's a big part of life.
Ooh, that looks good. But see, like, to expand upon once again what Scott is saying, like, a good example, all right? Are you really against slavery? Like all of these, like leftists, or not just leftists, but anybody who's progressive, anybody who's trying to fight for humanity. Ooh, like, okay, you're really against slavery? Then never buy chocolate again, because most chocolate is harvested by slave labor in Colombia.
Well, how about this, right? In today's generation, people can probably create a freaking robot to do what slaves did back in the day.
Well, that's what the term robot is. It is Latin for slave.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, like, now in today's generation, there's enough to create just to take away jobs or do stuff in the, even if it's just like maybe robots, they send into war so people don't have to get blown up. But
well, not
I
just
don't know,
that.
man.
Like the drones Amazon is using to deliver now.
Don't let precious claim here.
And not to mention, like, the self-help kiosks at McDonald's, the checkout stations in Walmart. Like, I'm not sure if I was talking with somebody or if I was watching a video, but somebody was talking about how their local Walmart is going 100% self-checkout, and it's just like, I'm coming in here, I'm giving you money, and now you're putting me to work. F you, like.
It's like, what is? I'm kind of curious as to what Cyros thinks about this.
Oh yeah.
Are you because my grocery store is putting in more self-checkout machines?
Well, that's the start of it. That's the start of it.
Oh God, and I love that grocery store too, but I hate how it bought out, like it killed another grocery store when I was a kid.
Are you talking about Rainbow?
Yes. I am. I liked Rainbow. That entrance was really cool. Going strip mall where you could walk inside of it and had a really cool Chinese restaurant there in town.
Well, I kind of see it from both standpoints, to be honest, because I know there's some people who are like, oh, I like a few things. I don't mind using self-checkout. It minimizes the lines so that people aren't so damn bitchy when they get to your section. But I also know there are a lot of people that are angry about having more self-checkout machines, because, I mean, I haven't heard anything yet, but they just removed 4 registers from my store, so there's only 8 left. But we have, at least 30 cashiers, and I'm like, is it hiring some of us, or are you gonna minimize our hours now? Like,
and see, that brings up another point. That brings up another point.
They're doing that right now.
That brings up another point I was going to add at the tail end of what I was saying. See, they're getting rid of, like, cashiers are getting rid of overhead in order to save money, yet the prices aren't going down, they're going up. That's weird, Corporate greed. Those at the top are greedy as hell, and so, because I can understand reducing reducing hours, reducing your employee numbers and all that stuff.
They've been doing it for 15 years now, Xander.
What?
They raise prices of pay. But only people are averaging 10 to 15 hours a week instead of 40 hours a week. Because they're replacing them, like you're saying. This is cause and effect.
The nose is supposed to be purple, by the way, Cyrus.
The only thing I gotta say.
Purple, Xander.
Okay, I'm sorry.
She's gonna paint it. Yeah, she did that before with the wings of the butterfly.
The only thing I have to say about the self checkout is I wasn't trained properly, so if I steal something, oops.
Yeah.
I wasn't trained on that right.
Yeah. Looks
Watch
cute.
out. Protectron will come after you. Where
Yes,
his
his
little
body's
parasite
supposed to be purple.
chase you at super slow speed.
Sandra, I know
I thought he was supposed to be somewhat blue.
Yeah, he's blue, but his skin color is purple. We'll talk about that after the show.
Woo, good thing I didn't start on the face yet. I'm giving him googly eyes, and there's nothing you can do about it.
That's fine with me. Actually, please do. So that way you can shake him. You can be like, boo, boo, boo. So.
Give him Xander eyes. Oh, she did it. She actually did it from before.
Yes.
I'm surprised. She actually did it.
All right. Well, we should probably be wrapping up about here. It's almost been an hour. So, Alice, do you want to bring up any other subjects or anything before we close out? Alice. Or what about we have a Hellgamer talk? Anything? Does he have anything else to say?
Yeah.
I don't say anything. Support your local, supported.
Yeah. Well, why don't you talk about what you do? Like, just for a couple minutes. Tell us about your streams. What do you do? What do you stream? What do you play?
I am what they call a variety streamer. I will play pretty much anything at any given time. I do specialize in horror games, especially independent games. I back them on Kickstarter, get my name in them, get my face in them, and then play the piss out of them on my stream and get other people to buy them.
Are you going to play that Choo Choo Charlie? What's it called? Is that what it's called? The one where they rigged a bunch of spider legs on a Thomas the Tank Engine, made a horror game out of it?
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that. I have not yet. I have not gotten that one yet.
Oh, well, I think it's still in development or something, but...
Yeah.
I don't think it's out, actually.
Oh.
You can buy it now.
Huh. And also, the Killer Clowns from Outer Space game. We spoke about that earlier. We were in that Discord server for a little bit. Do you know about that?
Yeah, I've heard of it. I'm probably going to get it.
Awesome.
That movie was awesome.
It was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of which, maybe that might be a Survival Sundays. How will we fare against the clowns? So.
Oh, as clowns?
I'm going to kidnap
Yeah.
the inflatable puppy and keep it as my own.
How would we survive? Choo Choo Charles would be good too.
Yeah.
All right, I'm buying it right now.
All right. Well, Choo Choo Charles is more of a game. Like, we might have to make a different show for that, but.
I will be playing it very, very soon, and we can figure out how we're gonna.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm about to
Stay
buy it.
Alright,
tuned
cool.
for tomorrow, because there might be a merch reveal video.
It's
Ooh.
also
Yeah.
Up.
I hope so.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing an unbagging myself.
Also, on the subject of self-checkout machines, I just checked my schedule and I don't work tomorrow.
Oh, awesome.
Yay!
No, not yay! I always work Mondays. What the?
You're still gonna work. Oh, come on, man. Like, you weren't feeling well.
Come on,
I'll
man.
give you, like, yay, no work. Come on, give it a break.
No work means no pay, means we don't pay our rent.
No
Right.
work
Oh,
means
she can pay her rent.
no work. Well, day off means Cyro's can actually relax for once in her life. Maybe.
Right.
We'll see.
That'll happen.
Jury's
Imagine
still
when
out
you
on
have
that,
an
actually.
when there's an apartment in general, yeah, I'll probably be thinking that same thing. Like,
Yeah.
fuck, I gotta work.
Yep. Well, all right, Miss Alice, why don't you wrap us up here?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's Christmas
Yeah,
in,
be cool,
it's
be
like
kind.
it's Christmas in July. Let's wrap this up.
Winter in July.
And please, if you guys haven't already, don't forget to buy your Hellgamer mystery boxes before.
Yeah,
it's too
apparently it's
late.
pretty cool.
They are. They're pretty
Yeah,
wicked.
So you tomorrow, I hope.
It's like
I'll show
she's
you
not-
tomorrow, I think.
She's not working tomorrow. Bye.
Yeah, buy
Yeah.
something. I'll give her something to do.
Guys.
Yeah,
Just
don't be
kidding.
People
Be
need
cool.
money. Buy stuff.
Yep.
We're
Yeah, don't be a-
independent
don't be a
contractors,
loser.
For God's sake, people.
We worked our asses off. Bye. Stuff.
be,
Well,
Bitch head.
anyway,
Bye.
boys and girls, children of all ages, I am going to cut you all off and say thank you for coming to the Kicking the Peanut show tonight. I had a really fun evening. Did all of you?
Of
Yeah.
course.
Yes. It's a great
All
time.
right. Well,
Yes.
everybody, give your last wishes to the people who might watch this or might not, and if they do watch it later on, what do you have to say to them?
Well, I'll say, until you catch us next Sunday, or if you're interested in some history shows, we do that every day at 11 in the morning Pacific time. We have a news show, TOCNS Talkness, every Tuesdays and Fridays at 3 p.m. Pacific time. We have Survival Sundays every other Sunday at 1:30 p.m. Pacific time. And, of course, every Sunday here we have the Kick Peanuts. We have a ufology paranormal show coming up. We're going to be doing our first show hopefully this Wednesday. We'll see how that goes out. But that's going to be a tentative show, so that we don't really have a really like solid schedule beyond. I'd like to do it on Saturdays whenever Noah is actually available to do so. But we have that in the works. We have the Omni Kitchen in the works as well. So there's a lot we're doing, and we've hopefully allied with Hellgamer here. So
during the show right now too, by the way.
What?
The Omni Kitchen, where you can cook stuff on camera and show your recipes.
Yeah.
Well, no, actually here.
It's illegal.
Hang on.
Let's try not to burn the kitchen down while making
I actually cooked it
cereal.
outdoors too. Hang on.
Cyrus has almost done that once or twice, right?
Cereal.
Nice.
It was pancakes.
All
That
right.
was 10 years
Some
ago.
veggies.
Until you catch us later, guys, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles!
Be cool, thanks, cool.
This is Hellgamer reminding you to do your homework in the dark, eat your breakfast before the fork.
All right.